Download free photos, music, and more at TonyKlarich.com. You can use them for personal or commercial use. Magic Time. O'Brien was another company that went after Hydroslide's huge market share. O'Brien used Camille Duval to promote their foam-filled board called the Bullfrog, but the lackluster design was antiquated and the graphics were something a kid might go for, an all-green board with a giant bullfrog sitting on the nose. Kneeboarding was appealing to the hearts and minds of teenagers and young adult males who wanted to do high-flying tricks. It wasn't just kid stuff anymore. O'Brien needed a new design that looked cool and rode great. They hired me as a consultant for $100 a day, plus free equipment. It was my first paid job from a manufacturer. I was among a small group of skiers that spent a weekend on a private man-made lake in Barstow, California. We rode several prototype boards and answered detailed questionnaires after each run. The prototypes worked well and everyone was excited. The name of the board was top secret. The other mystery was why the company kept pushing for some sort of fin system. None of the riders wanted it. We all went our separate ways, and I waited with bated breath to ride the new trick board that I had a small part in. It was just a few months before O'Brien released their new board. The Black Magic created quite a buzz. The graphics were amazing, and the board had great performance features, despite the retractable fins. The fins were a perfect example of bells and whistles that do nothing to improve the ride, but get customers to make a purchase. Most people thought that the fins helped the board turn, but they actually made the board track straight. In the years that followed, most of the other manufacturers also released boards that included some sort of fins. O'Brien helped promote the Black Magic with a boat show film showing all their products. I appeared as the kneeboarder and hot dog skier, while Camille Duval and Andy Mapple were the traditional skiers. Endless loops of the finished video rang out across the country at boat shows and pro shops. It was easy to get hooked on the catchy tune and title.
Black Magic. If you're looking for the hottest kneeboard, look no more. This board has a spirit all its own. It'll turn you into a magician. Wrap it up. Cut it in for a wake-to-wake 360. Black Magic by O'Brien International. Look out! Look up for some high-flying action.
The water ski magazines were fueling the growth of the sport. In 1982, Spray ran the first kneeboarding feature story with action shots by Terry Dorner. It was the first time real kneeboarders were pictured, even though their names were left out. The following year, World Water Skiing did a makeover, and instruction became a big part of the new format. Kneeboarding became a frequent flyer. Now, kneeboarding enthusiasts all across the country could count on step-by-step instruction with tricks beyond the basics. The magazines proclaimed kneeboarding an overnight success in 1984, and Ted Bevilacqua was the first writer primarily known as a kneeboarder to make a cover. That same year, Paul Roberts from Jupiter, Florida, became the first person to land a backside roll off the wake. The two-page feature showed a sequence of the trick, and the flip genie was out of the bottle. I saw Paul's groundbreaking sequence in the magazine and immediately tried it. I was working at the Magic Mountain Ski Show at the time, and the next day it took me 12 tries to land one. In 1985, the two magazines merged, and water ski was the lone survivor. By this time, a handful of top riders were starting to be recognized as kneeboarders.